This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply. This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
I knew it. Another Hurrdat Media production.
Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
Happy, is it Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday evening. It is late Wednesday evening. On today's episode, we are covering Miami. We're taking a little break from Love Island. Just kidding, because we're recording a Love Island episode right after this. But we're taking a little break. We wanted to bring back Housewives because we did have some people asking, like, girls, when are you guys going to talk about Housewives? But we did Atlanta earlier this week. So you guys,
y'all were crickets on that show. So please be watching our recaps with these Miami or these.
What did you say?
I said, y'all were crickets on that one. So please be listening to these recaps, or Roxanne's just going to take over with Love Island every day.
Right. Because because the thing is, we'll look at our Patreon and stuff, and then we'll look at our Instagram sometimes to see if anyone's engaging, and if no one's engaging in the Atlanta stuff or whatever it is at the time, it's okay, so that's not our focus right now. Plus we're actually going viral for on Instagram right now, which is great because Instagram is so hard to pop off. So I'm woo, thank God. And it's due to Love Island. So
it's due to Love Island. Roxanne's she's finding all the memes of little Ace over there. So and everyone's just dying, cracking up.
Okay, let's not talk about Love Island here. I'm scared.
Oh,
yeah. So we are going to talk on today's episode. We're recapping Miami's episode, and we're actually going to talk about some things that Teresa came out with recently and spoke about. I don't know if you guys had saw, we didn't even get to talk about this on our Patreon. There was so much other stuff that we talked about because as soon as we recorded our Patreon, this happened that Teresa was promoting her show in Chicago, Chantel, and the guy asked about taxes, and she was completely shocked by it, and so she ends up hanging up on him because he was rude about it. He was so savage about it. Did you see it?
Yeah, no, I know. I did see that, and it was just so uncalled for. It's so unprofessional how people can act that way.
So she actually broke her silence, and she was talking about it on her podcast that came out this evening. So just a few hours ago. And she talked about the whole incident. She's like, anytime I go on a TV show, whoever puts it together for me.
No, Roxanne, you need to put that silence.
Was that you or was that me?
You.
Oh my gosh, but I did. So why did that just happen? Por favor. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, it's okay. But she's like, anytime I go on TV shows, whoever puts it together for me, they will tell them we're not going to talk about this. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about this. And of course they agree to it. So these people agreed to it, but this person decided not to obey the rules, So she's like, this is what I have to say. And she's like, and I've gotten legal advice because, it's he was trying to get a rise out of me and I was not going to give that to him. And that's why I chose to end the call. And I guess everybody was she was so frazzled when she hung up the call. And she's like, I knew what he was trying to do. I was just I'm not going to give him this at this point in my life. If I feel I'm not happy with something, I'm just going to walk away. I'd rather do that than give somebody that might give them the time of day. Cause I'd rather just walk away better than saying anything. I would just feel better about it. And she's like, I was reading some of the comments and stuff because it was posted everywhere. She's like, it does look like a lot of people had my back. She's like, he wanted to get a rise out of me. They talk about the fact that he did the same thing to Tom Sandoval. And they were just she was just saying that, I feel as a reporter or interviewer, there's a level of professionalism. And she's like,
Listen, I'm here for it because, like, you know, that Justin Bieber meme that's going around where he like goes off on the paparazzis, like, you're not clocking it. It's like that's like what they need to like have happen. It's like they need someone to either go off, you know, hang up on them, do something a little bit more drastic for them to really understand, like, oh, I shouldn't have went there with these people.
Yeah, she says that, you know, like I was promoting and she's like, he totally tried to derail it and it was so disrespectful. And I was just like, I'm not doing this. And she said that before the like taping, before she's like, they were all so nice. And she's like, so I definitely wasn't anticipating that. She also talks about, you know, she's like, let's get into the tax stuff. She's like, you know, people are wanting to know about it. She's like, there's been a lot said lately, and I get it. Some of it from years ago, it's been pulled into the present. I've made changes to my team to make sure everything is being taken care of properly. Anyone that's ever dealt with tax related issue knows it's not something that gets resolved overnight. It's a long process, but I'm confident in the people around me and I'm focused on all the opportunities ahead. And
Okay.
yeah, she's like, I'm not running from any of it. Trust me. And even if I want to get things done quickly, it's a process. You know, it is. This is what I've learned. Like, it's a process and it has to be done correctly. So she says she hired a top-notch person, a top-notch accounting firm. And she's like, I'm taking accountability. I hired this person, a new accounting firm that I know they're going to come through. And I just want to tell people out there that you got to make sure that you hire the right people. And it sounds like, you know, in her past, maybe she wasn't hiring the right people. And she's like, you know, I think sometimes you trust people. And in this business, it can just be very shady. You have to be very, very careful. And I just want to put it out there. Like, if you have a gut feeling about something, go with your gut feeling. And yeah, so we don't really, and she does say, she's like, listen, I want to do everything right. I want to cross every T, dot every I. But she's like, unfortunately, sometimes, you know, things like this happen. And she also said, like, you know, with the industry, it could be toxic and sometimes good people slip into doing bad things and it gets the best out of the people. I think the people that she hired, because she did get a whole new team, hired like a top firm in New York that's like number one for this because she wants to get all this shit cleared. Like, she didn't realize that it wasn't. So
It's hard because, you know, being someone, I mean, she's been through something like this before, and in the sense of like not knowing what's happening. And so, like, I'm sure she got, you know, she got a new team. She tried to trust other people. She tried to be involved a little bit more, but sometimes it's not your niche. And it's something that you think like, oh, these people got it. As long as like I'm reporting everything and then they're doing their job. They should be doing their job. And when they don't, that's when it's like so heartbreaking. Cause then you're like, shit, like I wasn't doing anything wrong. Like I have to like be on top of these professionals. Like it's a lot, you know?
right. When you hire someone, you hire them to do this job so that you don't
Yeah.
have to worry about it. Because you are not also like, you know, she comes from, you know, like Chantal, at least with me, like me and my husband, like he does all that type of stuff. So like, let's say me and him are not together and then all of a sudden it's on me. I'm like, shit, like I'm going to hire someone and I'm not going to be able to like look through it and make sure that they did it. Like, that's what I hired you for. So it is a lot. I'm glad that she finally spoke on it and she's addressing it and she just wants to make things right.
Yeah. I think it's always great to get ahead of it. I think both you and I always think that way. It's like get ahead of something, let us know your side, and like people will stop talking about it because like when you don't, everyone just speculates that something's happening, and like now it's just like maybe I had some issues with some people in the past. Now I have a good team. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Like things are gonna be good. You know.
Right. So yeah, I did want to touch on that because that just happened. I was like, let's talk about it on here because I feel bad for our listeners because a lot of the time we talk so much about like what's going on with Jersey on Patreon and we like forget to address it on our main platform. And it's like, you know, our main platform deserves it too, you know? So I'm like, let's kind of touch on things too here. So, but you know what? Definitely go join us on Patreon. We have such a great community. This is my Patreon little spiel. We do 2 additional episodes and we have a chat. If you join us, don't join us through the app. Make sure that you just go on a regular internet tab because they charge more when you do it on the app, which is like so ridiculous. And then after you're signed up, then you can log in through the app. So just FYI, but it's a great community. Like we have the best people on there. So nice vibe.
Love y'all.
Let's talk Miami. We're going to have to, what is that word, Chantal, where we tell people like this is when this ends?
Recap? What do you do the timestamps.
Yeah, timestamps. Yeah.
But I'm sure like a lot of people would be so interested in the first. So like please don't even let them skip to the Miami recap.
I know. Wait, but I was gonna say something, Chantel. Today was such a day for me. I lost my motherfucking wallet, you guys. And I kid you not. Okay, this is the worst feeling in the world when you
Wait,
lose your
did you know your kids called me and told me that and they said, "Can you come help my mommy?"
So, well, here's what happened. So for
I'm like, no.
I heard you on speaker. She had it on speaker and I was looking. So she said, I'm gonna call Chantel. I want Chantel to make you feel better. That was Charlie. So for 5 hours, you guys, I was taking my kids to Aldi's because I love Aldi, because I love Aldi. And I was taking my kids there. And it was like real quick. I had like a short fuse before like my next meeting. And I was like, let me go take them to Aldi, like cool. And then I realized I don't have my wallet. And I'm like, oh my gosh, keep in mind, I am a losing queen. I lose everything. And like my husband always like has talks with me about it. There's nothing I can do. This is me. Okay. So for 5 hours, my whole house gets flipped upside down trying to find my wallet. And I had a cleaning lady come the day before. I have the same cleaning lady. It's not like I feel like when I say these things, people are like, oh, that's so fancy. But like, no, this cleaning lady is so affordable and she comes every 2 weeks. And I had her come the day before. I had to flip my entire effing house because I like lost my wallet. I called my husband. I was crying. Like, I was like, I lost my wallet. And my oldest Charlie was like, I'll help you find it. And she's looking through every drawer, everything for me, while Sloan's in like La La Land, doesn't even give a shit. And I'm like, I'm so sad. And then Charlie's like, I found my lemonade money. You can have it. And
Aw.
I was like, no, actually, let's go get your piggy banks and like we'll divide it in each piggy bank. And Charlie's like, no, we don't want it. It's for you. How are you going to buy us stuff? I'm like, Charlie. She's like, you don't have any money, Mom. I'm like, no, Charlie. I'm like, Charlie, it's fine. It's fine. And so I was like putting it in the piggy bank. I swear to God, if Chantal, it felt like when we were at restaurants and like we're fighting someone to pay the bill and we're like, no, we got it. It's fine. It's fine. It was like one of those things. And she kept saying like, no. She's like, okay, fine. Take these 20 singles. And she's like, and you keep it for you. I'm like, Charlie, no, like this is going to go for you. These are for you. I'm going to find it. Anyway, she was helping me all day. My husband comes home. Before my husband comes home, like, she's like, do you want me to call Chantel? Like, will Chantel make you feel better? And so she calls you because you're like on my favorite and she knows how to spell your name. And I hear it on speaker and she's like, will you come and help my mommy find her wallet? And I'm just like, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. And I was like, well, I'll come and just give you guys money. And she's like, okay.
Yeah. And so I heard it while I was like looking, but I swear to God, this was like a 5-hour thing. Then Jacob came home and he's like, I'll help you. And he's like, and if I get it, like, will you give me the cookie? And I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it was like I per favor. I was like, do I agree to this? Then I was like, yeah. I was like, and I literally I went outside, you guys. I went through all my garbage bags. Disgusting. I had gloves. And I was like, this is miserable. Like, I'm just in such a bad mood. So then Jacob gets in this like little rant where he's like, Roxanne, you always lose everything. Like, how are we going to change this? Like, this is a reoccurring thing with you. I'm like, I was like, this is not the time for you to be doing this right now when I'm already on 10 and I'm already upset. And then like he got scared of me and he walked away. So then I gave up. It was like 6 p.m. I gave up and I sat on my couch. And I went in the kitchen to like get Al. I like heard her going in the kitchen. And lo and behold, I see my fucking wallet under Jack's chair.
Oh my God. How did you not even see that though?
No, it was like under his Pottery Barn chair, Chantal, the gray one that says Jack.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't like a regular chair. So it's like I couldn't see it. And it was weird. All of a sudden it was out from under. And so like, haha, you found it. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, I put it there. I'm like, Sloan. I'm like, what do you mean? When did you put it?
No. This girl, like, she literally needs.
No, you guys.
God. We need nanny. We need that nanny to come in and discipline Sloan.
You guys, the second child, okay, she saw me like cry. She saw me freak out, everything. And I was like, Sloan, I was like, you did not put it there. But here's what I think happened. I think that Sloan did end up grabbing it and putting it there like yesterday. But Sloan, she forgets everything. Whereas in Charlie would never forget putting something somewhere. And then when I found it, she's like, oh yeah, like I put it there. And so that's what I think happened. Even Jacob was like, that's 100% what happened. Like she genuinely forgot, but it's like, why are you touching it? You know? So, oh my gosh, it was like just a day for me, you guys. It was a fucking day.
Like,
So
what was in your wallet that like you were so freaking out about? Like, you can't like just order new cards real quick?
Well, it was so funny because Jacob, like, he was sitting next to Ellen. He was freezing all my cards. And no, it's like my license. Like, I have my license.
Yeah, it's definitely the most annoying inconvenience in the
That's what
world.
I'm
But like,
saying. That's all I care about is like I literally was on Michigan Gov and I'm like, oh my God, I have to fucking order a new license after I just went and got my license. And it was like my insurance card, my new insurance card. Like, you know, like I was like, this is so annoying. And then I do have like multiple cards that I don't even know what's for. And I'm like, oh, this is so annoying. I'm sure I have a gift card in there, you know? So I'm like, oh my gosh. But I never have cash, honestly. So it's truly not a big deal. It was just more like the inconvenience of having to go through all this.
yeah, and then the fact that you were spending like 5 hours looking for it, and then you just find it like that.
5 hours. I was literally praying to St. Anthony. And I was like, St. Anthony, I was like, please, I promise, I'll stop losing things. I will stop losing. Because no, like there's no exact, you guys, I lose like my phone 10 times a day. I accuse everyone of stealing it who's around me.
Uh-oh.
I mean, like every time I'm at my in-laws house, I'm like, who stole my phone? They're like, Roxanne, we have no fucking time for you right now. And I'm like, I can't.
You know how like there's like those signs of people might have like early Alzheimer's or dementia. Do you think that's you, like forgetting your stuff?
Why would you say that? I mean, my grandma had that.
Oh my gosh, she did.
Why would you ever say that right now?
Wait, we need you to make sure, like, start playing like Sudoku games and like games to like stimulate your brain.
Why would you ever say that to me though?
Because it's concerning that you're telling me that you lose all these things like that. Like your
But you
phone.
know that. Like I don't even remember my childhood. Like I don't even remember my high school. Like you remember my high school.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you are really bad actually. Like you would like lost your keys in the matter of like 5 minutes every second when we were driving the other day, and it was like very concerning.
That's what. Oh my God! How do I get that checked then? How do I check it?
I don't know if there's tests. I mean, I'm not sure.
I
but
wish I was a Kardashian because they could like check
yeah.
all that stuff. Oh my goodness! I por favor, you guys tell me. Someone else tell me. Like, is there something I could check? Because now I'm scared.
I know that it's not about checking, but I know that like there's a lot of things you can do to make sure your brain is in optimal, like, you know, healthy condition, and it's not eating Taco Bell at night. Okay.
I swear. You know, I bought those things, the air tags, and then I lost them.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You're supposed to be able to track them with your phone. So.
I didn't know how to use it. I was like, what is this? Like, I don't even know how to use it. So there was like 2 of them. I left it on my counter and then I lost it. Because my kids, man, they touch everything.
Oh my gosh. You're
silly. I know it's my fault though. I leave things out in front of them. So I por favor. Okay, let's get into Miami. Now everyone's gonna get mad.
Yes. Okay. So did you like this episode? We didn't talk about last episode, but we're gonna like sprinkle some things in if we forget. But did you like this episode?
Yeah, I did. Did you?
Yeah, I loved it. Yep. I just like these ladies. Like, you know what's nice? It's refreshing seeing consistent people on our screen and not having this like new cast every second. You know, it's like we've gotten to know these ladies. Yeah, we've gotten to know these ladies. So it's nice. Like, even I think on tonight's episode, we'll mention like how we even see more side of Kiki's. Like, we've known her for so long, but like we still get these bits and pieces, and it's nice. It's like just really, really
it's
like
a fun city too. Like it's beautiful. Like every scenery, everything is like nice and like there's something to do. You know, like even when you watch Utah, sometimes like I'm like ugh, because it's like the same shit. You know.
No, for sure. I love Miami. We start off with like we see like a celebration from Marisol, and then like we see people going off, and then they do that like 3 days earlier thing. And so we get to a scene of just like Adriana being.
Did you recap this or something?
Yeah.
Wait, you wrote notes, Chantal?
Yeah, you told me.
Chantal, I fucking wrote notes.
Oh my God, no, you told me. You said, hey, you recap Miami.
Chantal, I never told you that.
I promise you did.
I literally wrote all these damn notes.
Me too. I mean, whatever.
Oh my gosh. And like, you guys, the worst part of watching a show is writing notes. Like, it really is.
I know. I'm looking back at our text messages to see why I thought you said to me.
I never said that.
Oh my God, I'm going to find it.
Yeah, like you got into your little spiel right now, and I was like, ma'am, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck?
Like,
I mean, it's fine. I'm just like, what a waste of time that I just did that. I kept pausing and shit, writing notes.
Same. And like I was just like literally in the worst mood.
Yeah.
Like watching, and I'm
Guys,
just
writing
like
notes is annoying.
whatever. I
So,
can't
like,
find it. But
okay, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I mean, well, you jump in and we could do half and half maybe. You know what? You could recap the very end because that's when I started getting lazy and I was like, I'll just remember what the fight was about.
Okay.
So yeah, but like Adriana, they show a scene of Adriana and her boyfriend, and her boyfriend is really cute, but like you guys, I don't like her. So anything she does makes me annoyed. And I'm sure Roxanne feels the same way because
She
you have
seems
this.
tamed. Like she seems a little bit better.
No, she's okay. I'm gonna go topless. Like she's just annoying. Like everything about her is just annoying to me.
Yeah.
And if she is getting better, it's because she's so consumed with her boyfriend that she doesn't care enough about the like other ladies'
So
drama. That's
true.
why.
So true.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
But we see Alexa doing a surprise for Marisol and Steve because they're officially getting legally married. And, you know, they're just such a really nice friend. They've always been great friends for each other. So it's like only right and fitting that Alexa is doing this for her friend. And she goes to Sea Spice. Sea Spice is a very popular restaurant in Miami. It's like very bougie and it's like on the water. It's beautiful. And she's like talking to her friend about Todd, and we see Frankie. So we love seeing Frankie on our screens. And, you know, you could just tell Frankie is so like
He had a hard time.
Yes, having a hard time. He's like, don't even mind me about Todd. It's like, you know, you could tell that he can't even express it in the right way. And I think Alexa was explaining to us that, you know, he has a hard time expressing it, but you could just see it. Like he can feel his mom's hurt and he's hurt too. Like being like someone that, you know, I'm sure he got close to Todd, like they were living with each other. Like he's just so baffled by all of this. And I think like he just wants to protect his mom. And like he doesn't even know what his mom is still obsessed with this guy and like is having a hard time to even like go from it.
No.
Hey cousins, let's be honest, finding the right therapist can feel harder than dealing with the stuff you actually need therapy for. That's why I'm really excited to tell you about Rula. That's R-U-L-A. Rula is a healthcare company making therapy easier to access, more affordable, and way more personalized than what a lot of people are used to. They take most major insurance plans, and get this, the average cost for a session is just $15. Yep, you heard that right, $15 with insurance. Look, I've been through some times where I needed to talk to somebody, whether it was a stressful move, burnout, or just being life. The idea of trying to find a therapist who even has availability and accepts insurance, that alone kept me from following through. Rula solves that. You just answer a few questions online, they match you with an in-network therapist based on your preferences, and you could be meeting with someone as early as tomorrow. And they don't just stop there. They stick with you, track your progress, and make sure you're getting the support you actually need. So if mental health is something you've been thinking about and didn't know where to start with Rula. Head over to rula.com/TRH to get started today. That's RULA.com/TRH. Support the show and support yourself. You deserve to feel much better. Say it with me one more time, rula.com. Take the first step today.
She's genuinely obsessed, but you could tell that in the last week she was on Watch What Happens Live and Andy was like asking about them. And she's like, yeah, we had sex like a couple days ago. But like you can tell that after these episodes air, Todd is literally going to be like, I want nothing to do with you.
You think so?
Yeah, because she's talking shit about him. And that's the whole thing. Like he hit the hardest part for him was all of them talking about him. Like he cares.
I know, but like,
so
look what you did to her. She has the right to talk about you.
Guys
Like, you
like that don't think about that. They think like you
know.
can situation. Like you already know, Chantel.
He's such a loser, you guys. He's such a loser. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and especially like with the whole Frankie thing. Like I know that's at the end of the day, like you have to think about for him, it could be hard to adjust, but like that's you are marrying his mother.
Yeah,
So
you knew that.
Happen, you know. So
stay dating and stay separate lives then, if that's the case, and you guys can be in beautiful in La La Land if that's how you want to deal with it.
Right.
During this, Lisa calls Alexia and they're on FaceTime and she says that her dad did pass away. And Lisa, you know, you could tell at this point, Lisa's regretting that, you know, she wished she spent more time with her dad. And it's kind of crazy because this is like, it's kind of a theme with a lot of these ladies on Miami. We saw it last year with Dr. Nicole. And then, you know, we see it now with Lisa. It's like they want to reconnect with their dad, but like there's so much hurt and people are trying to like let them know like life is short. You should be doing this. And then same thing with Kiki. Like Kiki in this episode tells us that she has a hard time connecting with her dad. And it's like, she's trying to do better because she knows that she sees what the other ladies have went through. It's just, that's so crazy. Like, I feel so bad for anybody that has to have gone through that because it's like, what is the right thing to do? Should you connect with your dad? But like, even though he treated you and your mom like shit all these years, it's like, what should you do?
I think that you should connect. And you know, like when we found out that he died, I love Alexia's response to it all. Like she's so good at that stuff, how she consoled Lisa.
Yes,
But
no, 100%.
I feel like you know, even Lisa said, don't like Lisa went through it and she's saying, don't wait till the end. Like get to it sooner. So she's telling us that in this situation, like she regrets it. So I feel like you should connect. Like sometimes we just gotta let go of the pain and let go of, you know, like it does suck though. Like I can't imagine, dude. I really can't imagine the stuff people go through. It's honestly really fucking sad.
Yeah.
You guys, me and Jacob watched this movie, and it's with Meg Ryan, and it was in 1994. And gosh, it was honestly, Chantal, I want you to watch it. It was so freaking good. Oh, When a Man Loves a Woman. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but I saw it on TikTok, like and then like it was like literally 11 p.m. It was like on a freaking like Monday. And then I was like or no, Sunday. And I was like to Jacob, do you want to watch this? And me and him literally were bawling, both of us watching this movie because like we have kids and like what kids go through with their parents, and the mom was an alcoholic. And like what a kid has to see. So like I'm just like thinking about Lisa and the fact that she had like an an alcoholic father. Like, and I'm just like, fuck, like the fact that, you know, kids, they don't choose to be in these situations. And the fact that like parents could be so selfish or could have like these diseases that they're like this, and then their kid has to suffer. It is like so messed up. Like you guys watch the movie because they don't make movies like that anymore. And I guess it's let me know if you guys have seen it. I'm sure majority of you have, but it was so me and him were literally bawling the whole time in the movie, just seeing what this kid had to go through with an alcoholic mother. And that's Lisa with her father. But it's like, you know, you just gotta let go and just appreciate we're here for such a short time, dude.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I definitely want to see that movie. I need a good cry right now too. So
Oh my gosh,
that is
Chantal.
the list. But no, like,
So good.
and I think what's also sad too with the whole Lisa situation is like, you know, in the other scene that we see with her and Jody, she's literally saying like, I didn't know my dad loved me this much because she's seeing he kept so many things. And like
Yeah.
that's that too. It's like it's like you just want to be told those things and like or know those things and like you like create this own like own narrative in your own head, and like that really isn't the truth. It's like her dad did love her, her dad did care about her from the best way he knew how, and
Yeah.
like she just always thought he did it.
The only people I probably wouldn't, like, I don't know if you keep up with the teen mom stuff, like Caitlyn, and Tyler, how they keep going after the daughter's adoptive parents and like trying to make her look bad so everyone in the America like attacks them. Like that, I probably would be like, I don't want to talk to you guys until I'm like 40 years old.
Yeah, I think that's a hard situation though, because like they had this openness for a little bit
No,
and
you
then
don't keep up with it, so please don't make a comment on it.
but I watched it for so long. So like up until the point where they like stopped communication.
Right, but if you see what like they're doing and what they're saying about like her parents and how they're releasing videos of Carly and stuff. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry. All right.
Whoa, see, Rexon's really passionate. She's gonna tell you not to talk to your parents.
I know. No, not at all. But in that situation, like I'd be like, dude, these people raised me and they gave me the most beautiful life. Like, thank God this is how like I grew up instead of like that toxic ass household. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Miracle and Steve are making it official, and they were so cute. I was smiling throughout this whole like scene. I don't know if you were. To me,
Yeah,
it
the
was just the most
motorcycle.
yeah, like everything. Like you could just tell she was so nervous. They were being giddy. They were acting like teenagers. It was just so wholesome. And like all they were doing was getting ready and going to the court. So like it was just so like you could feel their love, you know? And Miracle,
I could look at them, Chantal, and I could really like say like they'll always be together.
yes. Like that's how I felt. It felt so genuine, so wholesome. Like I was like, oh my God, like this is so cute right now. Like usually like you want to roll your eyes when you see people get married or whatever. And like this was like the best
Why
marriage
would
I've
you
seen.
want to roll your eyes when you see people get married, Chantal?
No, on some of them because it's like so fake. It's just like, hey, like they might not last. Like I don't know. It's like, or it's like this whole big like hurrah on like the housewives, and like with this scene, it just felt so nice. It felt so like real and just nice. Like they were literally doing it for each other and their love. That's
Yeah.
what they were doing for, and for like. You know, they explained that they were doing it more for like legal things too. So
I
like they
know.
are the ones to be able to take care of each other. They are the ones that have access to each other's money. And she made a joke and she's like, heck yeah, I get his money now. Like she's just so funny to me. But she was feeling very sentimental. And like, you guys, if you know me, I love Mama Elsa. Mama Elsa was my girl. And like, throughout the whole day, she just kept thinking about her mom and dad, but like, especially her mom. And like, she even wore her bracelet from her mom. And she just kept thinking, like, kept telling us like what her mom would do. And like, I would have loved to see, Mama Elsa see this scene. Like, it makes me so sad.
Dude, it's moments like that where I'm like, damn, like, how sad must that be that her mom isn't here? Like, oh my gosh. It's just, again, we're here for such a short time. It's crazy.
And like, who would have thought, like, she was gonna find this like amazing love when her mom's not here? Like,
so just, and later in life.
Yeah. And like, her mom and her like always like dealt with those type of things. Like,
Did you just have heartburn?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm getting it. I mean, I just had Thai food like 20 minutes ago. So
you guys in fucking Thai food, get over it. You will never see a couple make more Thai food, eat more Thai food than these fucking people
but,
right
listen,
here.
Like Monday night, I made literally like a chicken Caesar salad. It was so like blah. I made some cauliflower with it. And then last night I made this like chicken white bean salad and like it was really good. It was like lemony. But then like I'm like bored. And so then tonight I was like, can you make food? And like he made Thai food. But like that's what he makes.
That's all he makes. That's all he makes.
Yeah. So like, but it was so good. So I'm not complaining.
No, it is good.
Yeah. So we get to Adriana and Julia. So they meet up together, and this was very surprising.
Adriana.
Oh, I keep calling Adriana. I think it's Adriana.
Yeah, you could do that.
Adriana, whatever. They meet together, and like this is surprising to me. So we kind of see like a little riff in the relationship. So you could tell they're not as close as they used to be, and like Julia's the one that brings up to her like, "Oh, you haven't talked to me," but she keeps. It's like this is the second person now she's doing this to.
Julia is planting a seed, bro.
Yeah, like it's kind of doing a lot. So like she's telling her, whatever, like this is weird. And then, the one thing that, again, this is why I don't like Adriana, you guys, is because she's like, I didn't like how you told me on the phone with everyone else. And I thought we were closer than that. You should have told me before. To me, it's like, yeah, maybe I agree with that, but it's like, why are you telling someone this when it's like, that's not the point of the message? Like, why are you making it about yourself in this moment? It's not
Chantal, about here's the thing. I actually agree with her because to me, that's Chantal.
Yeah.
Why are you muting?
No, why do you care?
I'm so sorry, guys. She just muted her heartburn.
No.
She's 6 months, you guys.
Like, I don't have heartburn. I just was like
pregnant. Her heartburn's really bad.
No, I literally have zero heartburn.
Then why did you just mute?
Because
okay. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I por favor. But anyways, my whole thing is like clearly Julia came into the season and she's gonna pick a fight with Adriana and with Gertie. So to me, this is not authentic. And Chantal, like if we're best friends, like you're gonna tell me before that it happened. I'm not gonna find out with all these like random hoes. Like I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. And it's clear like you were doing that on purpose to like start the trail. Then you're asking me why I'm not checking on you. Like what? Like I know it's not about me, but like bitch, clearly you were looking for a problem, and it shows throughout this episode.
Yeah, Larsa and Kiki were on Watch What Happens Live, and Larsa, like, of course, Larsa is so problematic, you guys, sometimes. But Larsa's like, they weren't even that close anymore. So, like, yeah, I get it. I get why she didn't tell her like before. And then Kiki's like, I still think she should have told her before. So, like, I really want to know
because Julia was intentionally not like staying away from her.
Yeah, like you're saying she was distancing herself.
Yeah. And Adriana's like sweet. She offers her a baby shower.
Yeah, she still does a great job. That's what I was gonna say. She just offers her a boy baby shower, which is really nice. She's still trying to like, extend that olive branch and show that she cares about them. But I just thought like sometimes like she always does this a lot where she makes everything about her. And it's like, okay, this is not about you. It's not about who was told first and whatnot. It's like you guys were all told it is what it is.
You guys, did I tell you guys? You guys are Chantal's gonna kill me this episode. But literally, you guys, when I called my mom and told her that Jacob had proposed to me, my mom.
You did tell us this, I think, but you could say it. Yeah,
my mom had this. It was a FaceTime. Okay, we were in St. Lucia. I lied to my mom and said I was with like a big group, but I wasn't. And it was like me and him, and he like proposed to me, and he asked my dad, which was fucked up. He should have called my mom, but he does like low key. He was like, I don't know if I should call her because she might, my mom calls her sisters immediately. Like they won't even hang up the phone, and Jacob will be like, it's still me, like wrong person, and my mom will call her sisters and tell them everything. And so like Jacob didn't tell my mom he was going to propose, which like, it's like, the thing is we had a wedding date already booked though. So my mom knew that. And so when I called her, I'm like, I'm engaged. He proposed to me. She's like, what do you mean you're engaged? And immediately my mom's face was like angry and she was so mad. And she was like, how dare he not tell me? And I was like, bitch, I'm hanging up right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm hanging up.
Yeah, I think yeah, that's a good point in the sense of like in that moment, I don't think she acted like oh so bitter, and then she like waited to have the conversation with her later, and like
Yeah.
that's what everyone should do. Like you should never act crazy when someone's telling you news. You could
Yeah.
always say it later, and like I guess that doesn't make you that selfish then. But like if she did that on the FaceTime call, then like oh my god, like you're crazy.
Right. Like, yeah, that's so messed. Like what my mom did to me was
Yeah,
so out of
that's so
pocket.
messed up.
And I'm just like, I can't with you. I can't. And I'll tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, you always like make things about yourself. And she's like, liar, liar. I'm like, okay, all right.
Literally.
They're never gonna change, you know. All right, go ahead.
We see Kiki and Gertie meet up. So like they're meeting up while Julia and Adriana are meeting up. But then still with the conversation of Adriana and Julia, we hear more about this Gertie stuff. So like now they're bringing up this cruise. So apparently, and Rexine, you can explain it better if I'm not doing a good job, but apparently there was a cruise that they all were supposed to go on, and it was supposed to be Julia and Martina. Martina cancels literally last minute, like the day before, the day of, and so
Can I explain it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you said they're all supposed to go on it, and it was like, no, it's an event, and Martina was supposed to go, and all of a sudden, something happened, a health scare. Julia calls Gertie, and she's like, you need to, like, Martina's not going, please come with me. And Gertie's like, dude, I just came back from a cruise with my husband. Like, I'm unpacking my stuff now. And she's like, please come with me. And Gertie's like, all right, I'll come with you. And so Gertie goes with her and takes Martina's spot as her +1.
And Julia's saying that she did not ask her, that Gertie offered and said, do you want me to come? Like, or like asked her, like, do you want me to come? Like, she did not ask her, which was such a weird,
lies.
Yeah, which is such a weird semantic thing to do. Like, why would randomly she say, like, can I come on this cruise? Like, why are you calling her then?
Lies. She's such a fucking liar.
I know, like, please show the receipts to that. Because they were pulling out receipts the other day. So it's like, please show the receipts to that, because that was just so weird for her to like say, I didn't even ask her.
She's reaching, dude.
Yeah, and then Julia tends to now make it seem like Gertie was being a social climber on this whole trip, and like all she cared about was like promoting on social media, showing all these pictures. And like I'm thinking, like, what kind of cruise is this? Like, what kind of stars are on there? And we end up finding out just like not just like, but Captain Sandy's what they're arguing about, and like it's not like there's like all these like A-list celebrities that you're saying that Gertie's trying to social climb on and make it all about her and her social media.
Yeah, that was so fucking scary. Again, Julia is very much reaching this season.
But like it's weird because now she has her own little different crew with like Larsa and Alexia. It's like the weirdest thing. It's like the dynamic shifted so much that it's like it feels odd to me.
But Kiki was kind of pissing me off because she's like, she's telling Gertie to tone it down. And Gertie does seem like the type who's like just too much. And that is a lot.
She is. No, I think Kiki was right. Like, I love Kiki. I think she calls it out how it is because she's trying to explain when you have that friend that's just trying to explain to you why other friends don't like you. And like, they're just letting you know. So like, and then it's like, you don't want to hear it, but it's like, this is literally your issue.
But I also think that they're trying to ice her out. And one thing about me is I don't like anyone who tries to ice anyone out. Like it needs to be organically where everyone like kind of clocks it. But when you're trying to ice someone out, I don't like that shit. And that's why I'm like, you know what? I feel really bad for her.
Yeah, I don't think I've always like been neutral about Gertie. It's not like I've ever loved her and I've never hated her. I think like, with this whole cancer thing, it's been a lot for probably a lot of the ladies, and they feel uncomfortable maybe sometimes, and like they don't know how to handle the situation.
Well, Gertie does seem like she's the type who'd be like, of course, though, like it's going to become your personality, you know?
Yeah.
And so like Gertie does seem like, but like, see, here's the thing, Chanel, like you're pregnant and like pregnancy has not become your personality, but like, it's totally okay if it becomes people's personalities, because my two best friends literally make it their personality. And I always tell them, I'm like, oh my gosh, because every day that's all it is. But like, we're so comfortable with each other that we can I can tell them like, you guys, like, I cannot wait till this baby comes out of you. So we're very comfortable in that sense, so it's fine. But I'm just saying, so it's like Gertie is the type who would make that a personality where like it's like every day talking about it, but also like, like sometimes that's what as a friend, I have to be there for you because this is the toughest thing you're going through,
Yes. No, I agree.
I thought it was interesting, Kiki, we met her mama.
Yeah, and like, we met her kids too. Like, I feel like she's talked about them, but like, have we seen them before? I don't know why
I
I
don't
like
think
her daughter.
so. I don't think so.
Her daughter is so freaking cute. Like, who the heck is that little like mamacita over there? And she was just so adorable. And like, you could tell Kiki comes from like a foreign background. She's like,
Haitian. She's
yeah,
Is
yes,
it yeah, Haitian parents are just like our parents. Is it Shelly Haitian from Love Island?
I think so. Like, you could tell where it's like like the moms take care of you and your babies, and then you take care of your moms, when you get older and if you have it. So it's like
Totally.
that's the type of respect she has for her mom. And she's like, I take care of my mom because guess what? When my mom's with me, she helps me and takes care of my kids. So like there's like that mutual respect. And one thing that I loved about this scene was like her mom. This is when we find out Kiki also has an estranged relationship with her father, but he has now been reaching out. And she's like, but dude, he was so bad to you. Like, he was so bad to you, like telling her mom this. And her mom was like, listen, I don't care if he was bad to me. You still respect your dad. Like, I love shit like that. I love when
Me
people
too. My mom would never.
Yeah, I love when people can put things aside and say, listen, you respect him. That's mine and his business. It has nothing to do with you as a kid. You still need to respect him and basically have a relationship with him.
He said when like she was like doing those modeling pictures, like that's when he was looking at her like with disgust, which like that would happen with us too.
Yeah, like no dad wants to see their kid doing risque photos. And like she said that even if it was like a bikini pic, they think you're doing porno. And like that literally is true.
And they're just like embarrassed. They're like, everyone's like probably looking like, oh, my daughter. Honestly, in our community, like all they care about is like how it looks to everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought it was such an interesting scene
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I love when we finally get to see. We've seen these characters for so long, not characters, but like people, and like we're still learning more about them. And I love that. I love that.
I just don't know how they're not full time. I don't get it. They want to be like
the fact that Kiki and Miracel aren't, and like they've done a lot this episode.
It's so fun. They do it all the time. I don't understand how they're not full time. Like, I would be so offended that I'd be like, fuck this, I'm quitting.
We get to the surprise event. We get to the surprise Miracel and why did I just forget her husband's name?
Steve.
Yeah, Steve's event. And we see like what Miracel's wearing, and she's wearing this like eye patch, like driving there. And like I'm just mortified for her because like when she finds out that there's so many people there for her, she's gonna be like, what the hell did I just wear? And she's like wearing all black, like it was just definitely not like her best styling moment. But I think like you're there for love, so it's okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about her outfit?
So when they get there, Larsa, I don't know if you wrote about this, she talks to the ladies about Milan, and
I said, what do you think about her outfit?
I'm so sorry. I did not hear. Oh, I mean, like, bro, she had a thigh. I don't know. She wore a black dress. What do you want me to think?
Yeah, like imagine if I let you do
I
that.
thought it was weird that she asked her stepboys if they're gonna call her mommy. I'm like, bro, they're grown ass kids.
Literally, like, calm down.
Yeah, what are you doing? I think
stepmommy. She goes stepmommy. I'm like, oh gosh.
Right, that's so awkward. They're like, bitch, you just got here.
Wait, before you get to the scene of the Larsa, because then you could take over. I do want to know, like, Kiki in the very beginning when they first get there, Kiki is a little messy, and she tells Julia, Larsa, and Alexia that she's like, Gertie thinks that Julia's brainwashing you guys. So it's just funny that she like kind of went and told them that. And Julia's like, what is this? Like, Julie gets so happy and so excited. It really bothers me. But
bro, I can't stand her.
Yeah, we've never liked her. And like this season, I don't know why she's a high horse, but
never.
So,
like,
go ahead now with the scene of Larsa.
Yeah, I was gonna say Larsa talks to the ladies about Milan, and she says that Jody went crazy in the last night. He didn't want like her and Lisa to talk. And then she insinuates that Jody was off, which this is kind of crazy that she would say that. It's like she's seen something, because it's not like she knew that 2 episodes ago producers caught him saying, oh, this AC feels so good. So that is kind of crazy. But dude, she's like, you guys, look at this picture of Jody. Just look. You guys, I was hollering at how dramatic everyone was being about Jody's eyes in the picture. They were all like, oh my God. And I was like, wait, what is it? What are they going to show? They show the picture, and I was like, let's be so serious right now. He looks normal. That's how he looks. Like,
but then in their confessionals, they said that it looked normal too. So like, why were they like acting like that in front of her? And then in the confessionals, they're like, dude, it was so normal.
Chantel, I was so fucking confused. Are we sure that was the picture she showed them, or is like our producers being messy and showing?
No, it looked like it was, and I just think they were being like, when someone's telling you a story and you're just like into it, and you're like, yeah, oh my God, and then like low key, you'd like they ask you later and you're like, no, dude, it was nothing. Like, I don't know. It was just the weirdest thing ever. But for sure, listen, Marcus did coke. She knows they all hung out and they're friends. She's probably seen so much shit. Like,
exactly.
she's now just like trying to make it seem like it's a problem because she's seen it with her relationship and she thinks that like her love goggles are off.
Yeah, and then Larsa, it is kind of messy because at the end of the day, Lisa's dad just died, so it's like, okay, Larsa, this is not the time. And Alexia doesn't
a lot where she doesn't care about what's happening. Like she's not aware about what's happening. She just wants to say what's on her mind.
So Larsa then insinuates like she's like Lisa's boyfriend is like using her. He wants her money. He wants access to her. And listen, we hung out with him and I didn't catch that vibe at all from him. I think that he saw, okay, you guys know how Lisa is. Like when she was getting a divorce, she was talking 24/7 about yada yada, like whatever. Like, you know, she just wasn't protected. She never thought this was going to happen to her. And so I think that he was with her through that. And they show a scene of like Larsa where he's like, did you sent that email before I told you to send it? And I don't know, like, I don't know, Chanel, if you think the same thing, but like, I just feel like at the end of the day, he wants to make sure she makes the smartest decision after what she went through with Lenny.
Listen, I think Larsa can sometimes clock things, like, you know, just because she's like watching out for it.
Yeah.
I don't think she's 100% always right, but I do think it is kind of weird that, you know, I think Alexia said it. She goes like, oh, so like now he's taking over like the manager role. Like that's when it gets weird, you know? It's like, yeah, you were helping me in the beginning because like I was like so frantic and this was all new to me, but it's like, okay, let's take a step back. Let me get my own bearings now that I'm like good. And like you now can just be my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because that is a little shady. It can be a little shady here. Like, you know, someone saying that and then also seeing that and you're like, okay, what?
Right.
But I thought she had money, so like I don't know, it's confusing.
Yeah, exactly. She clearly knows stuff behind the scenes that she's saying these things. So Gertie comes and things get messy right away. And Gertie is like, you know what, fuck this. Like, I want to confront the situation in front of all the ladies. Because at the end of the day, Julia's talking about me to the ladies. So let's confront the situations in front of the ladies. So before like Gertie could even say a word, she's like, well, let's talk about it. Julia starts like saying, oh, you're producing. And I was like, okay, what? Like, what are you saying that she's producing? Like, you're the one who's putting all the shit in everyone's ear and approaching her about something that happened a year ago once the cameras came on. Like, I just feel like Julia's looking so badly for a moment and it's embarrassing. And I just can't even see her coming back from this meth. To me, nothing about what she was doing comes across authentic. Like, Gertie explained the whole situation, like the cruise thing. She's like, dude, she even says, like, I was hanging out with Captain Sandy the night before with Julia. The next day, like all of a sudden I wasn't able to go to the event. I couldn't be the +1 because I wasn't Martina. She's like, but I was with Captain Sandy the day before. So I had to go to a restaurant alone by myself. That would piss me the fuck off. Yeah. Unless you told me in advance, unless you said, listen, if you come, just know this event, like you're not going to be able to come to it though. Like, are you okay with that? But also, Julia, why aren't you vouching to make sure that Gertie, who's also on the Real Housewives, comes? I'm sure they would have been fine with it.
Yeah, and I'm just so confused on like why it's such a spectacle. Like obviously Captain Sandy's big. It's a good show. That's like one of the biggest shows on Bravo. I'm not saying she's not big, but it's like it's a Bravo and a Bravo people. Like
no, Chantal, it wasn't like they were on their ship. Like they were on like a cruise event.
I know it was like an event, and like she was like the guest of honor, basically. Yeah, Captain Sandy was, but it's like you guys are both Bravo people.
So let me tell you guys something. It's very fucking simple for Julia to be like, Gertie's gonna come with me. Very simple. Let me tell you, we know that for a motherfucking fact. So the fact that she didn't do that because she wanted the attention and to be the only Miami housewife there, like you're scary, dude. I don't know. Nothing about what she was doing this whole time was coming across authentic. Like Gertie's literally trying to explain the story, and Julia, she's drunk out of her mind, or maybe she's not.
She for sure was tipsy.
She was like looking for a moment. She grabs her drink and like she didn't even do this. Like even the way she grabbed her drink was so theatrical. Like it wasn't even normal. And she pours it on Gertie. And I'm like, what the fuck is she doing right now?
It's just kiki wet. It's just like it was just like a lot for like what was actually happening. Yeah. Like why are you going on 10 when she's just trying to explain like the situation? And you're doing the same thing. You're trying to make it to seem like she's like the bad person for like coming on this cruise and like only caring about herself.
And Gertie's clocking it. She's like, you're addressing this 1 year later. Like, if you were mad, tell me that you were mad. You're talking about
why is she addressing this 10 months later? Sometimes that happens, and again, it's because you guys, she needs a storyline.
It's all storyline, you guys. It kind of was giving me like sometimes like the New Jersey stuff. I don't know. Where it's like they have to hold, like, I don't know. You just have to hold off sometimes, and you're like waiting, and you're like, oh well, this housewife did you this, I'm gonna bring it up, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why, like, that's why the Real Housewives like can be losing some people, because it's like, dude, can we stop with this? But she's definitely holding on to fake anger just to bring it up on camera. But then my whole thing was like, you just accused Gertie of producing when that's exactly what you're doing.
Or
And then
she is really mad about something, or like doesn't want to be that close
no,
with her.
Chantel, like, no, in the Real Housewives world, this is literally just a motherfucking storyline. She's gotten along with Alexia and them, and she feels like because she's good with them, she has to turn on the others. And that's not the case at all, because Alexia or Marisol are not telling her to do that. Kiki does say at the end, like, she's like, you know, I was trying to tell Gertie to leave, and she's like, no, I'm not gonna leave, I'm gonna stay. And she's like, if someone pours a drink on me, like, I'm not about to like try put myself down and fight back, like, I'm gonna leave. But I don't know that I agree with Kiki.
No, I know. And like, and also like the one moment I didn't agree with Kiki either is like, she's making it seem way more dramatic that like, you know, Gertie's doing something, and Gertie's like, listen, I'm fine this time. And Gertie's like, I'm not that girl. Like, calm down. Like, you're making it seem like I'm about to fight her. Like, I'm not that girl. I would never do that. So calm down. You're making it seem like, you know, like I need to be de-escalated. Both of them were embarrassing anyways.
I didn't like that.
I didn't like that either. Both of them are embarrassing. You're doing this at like Marisol's event with her family and Steve's family. And it's like, you guys are so embarrassing.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I thought it was very interesting. This episode was really good.
No, I thought so too. I'm here for this petty drama.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the kind of drama I love. It's not too serious.
And again, I just like every single person, most of them. So like, or especially what's showed today. So like, and I like seeing their scenes and what's going on with their family.
Yeah, the individual stuff is really good.
Yes.
So I think that's all that we have. We actually have to go off. This is a long episode. I wasn't anticipating that. We still got to record our Love Island. So if you're not watching Love Island, please watch Love Island, okay?
Yes.
Thank you guys for listening. We love you guys. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.